So today we'll continue with the topic National Nutritional Policy and other related programs. Page number 558 onwards. 558. Thank you for the Teachers' Day wishes, both of you. Same to you. So we'll start the session. We'll just brush upon certain existing nutritional policy and from where it began and all. Okay. So the NNP, National Nutritional Policy, it was developed in the year 1993 by government under the Department of Women and Child Development. Okay, we also have a Ministry of Women and Child Development. So it has been one of the significant achievement in India. Okay, if this policy was not set up, we would have been lagging behind a lot in our nutritional development areas. Okay, so NCP had recognized that nutrition is a multi-sectoral issue. Okay, it's not just getting food on the table. Okay, various clinical aspects, industrialization, access, okay, gap in income of different income groups. Okay, so it's a very multi-sectoral issue. It's not just that you are not able to produce enough food or your buying capacity is less. It's not just that. Okay, there is not just a single factor that leads to malnourishment. So it's a multi-sectoral approach. So the policy recognized the multifaceted problem of malnutrition. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. So it is a multifaceted problem, malnourishment. Multi-sectoral approach is required. All the areas that leads to malnourishment, each of those areas required solution. That is a multi-sectoral approach. Okay, to control malnutrition, identify various actions, not just in one particular sector like agriculture, industrialization, healthcare. Okay, outreach programs, community health programs. So, through various areas in which a population is directly or indirectly affected, all those areas require solutions to treat this one issue of malnourishment. Okay, so education, horticulture, agriculture, family and welfare system, primary healthcare, secondary healthcare, food production distribution, all these areas will require certain policies, certain standards that has to be followed so that malnourishment can be tackled. So we have some direct interventions and indirect interventions. When we are talking about this multi-sectoral approach, okay, there are some short-term measures, long-term measures as well. So short-term measures, relatively, we call them direct interventions. Okay, so when you have this ICDS program, Integrated Child Development Services and Scheme, they do fund a lot of policies and programs. They take care of different age groups from neonates, infants, toddlers, preschoolers, school going children, adolescent girls, women. Okay, all of their health care requirements, nutritional requirements, not many areas are funded by the ICDS programs. Okay, then you have knowledge, health education and knowledge for new mothers. Okay, or expected mothers, pregnant mothers, they are given health education, fortification of food like salt fortification, double fortification, okay, iodine and iron fortified salt, fortifying different cereals, wheat, okay, bioengineered plants, So they all come under fortification. Then popularization of low cost nutritional foods. For example, the recent popularization is of makhana. Okay, fox nuts, makhana. So if I ask you 10 years back or 15 years back, how often did you use makhana at your home? Okay, for a larger population, India as a whole, for a larger population, makhana was not that easily available, or was not even if it is low cost and easily available in certain parts, it was not even known to other parts in the country, like in South India and all. Okay, makhana was not something that was popularized, but now it is popularized because it is nutritious, it is low cost, it is easily accessible. Okay, it is a good source of protein and all. It's a good snack, healthy snack. It has health, it does not have direct but indirect health benefits like weight management and all. Okay, so yeah, so popularizing certain food which is seasonally available, okay, easily available, accessible, low cost, adds to nutrition as well. So when you popularize these food, uh, it becomes knowledgeable for the audience, for the receiving part of the society. Okay, so even while growing up, you must have got this "Ande ka fanda." The tagline was there. Okay, the food department popularized the use of eggs. Okay, at least one egg on a daily basis you have to eat. So that was also a strategy of popularizing low cost food like eggs. Okay, which is easily accessible and available in every part of the country, right? Then control of micronutrient deficiencies through immunization. Okay, prophylaxis programs. mm, and also distribution of folic acid tablets, iron tablets for pregnant women, school children, adolescent girls, okay, from all the public health schools. So those things come under control of micronutrient deficiency. So these are short-term measures. Immediate, it is supposed to give immediate change, direct intervention. You are directly targeting the program, the problem. Okay. Then we have long-term interventions, those are indirect. Okay, it will not show you direct result immediately. It will not take care of malnourishment immediately, but it will take some time for some structural changes to take place, systemic changes to take place, and then it will show results. Okay, so long-term institutional and structural changes are required. So under that, food security is one part, making sure the food that comes on your table is safe. Okay, is unadulterated. And improvement of dietary pattern through production and demonstration, how often you should eat food, how much you should eat food. Okay, so the way how you produce, for example, in America, if you see in USA, there was overproduction of food and that led to overeating. Government was pushing the people to eat more. Okay, overproduction that led to overeating, and now they are tackling obesity. Okay, so the way how a country produces the food, okay, the government will also try to push the food that is easily produced. The government will try to push it more. Okay, so the way how you produce food, it is demonstrated how you eat it. Okay, and income transfers as well, making sure that there is purchasing capacity, power among your population, streamlining the public distribution system like ration shops. Okay, most of the families have ration card. So when you ration shops are the food distribution systems in India. Okay, which is accessible to everyone, poor, rich. Okay, everyone, they have equal access to ration shop. Yeah, even for palm oil, it's been pushed by the government. Okay, so ration shop also helps people to achieve low cost food but nutritious good quality food. Okay, at a very reasonable price. Okay, so that is income transfer and land reformation programs that took place long back. Okay, land reformation act and all is not something new, but what happened was certain caste people who were not able to own land. Okay, after the Land Reformation Act, they were also land was redistributed. from rich to poor, from the rich and from upper caste to Dalits and all. So when you own land, your own land, a piece of land, you can grow something on it, and you can feed your family off it. Okay, sell that, get some purchasing power, or make your own farm your own fruits, vegetables. Okay, so land reformation helped in improving the nutrition. Health and family welfare services given at all the levels of healthcare, primary, secondary, and tertiary. Knowledge through health education, hospital visits, antenatal mothers are the target group for this, adolescent girls, antenatal mothers, school going children. Okay, they are the target population for this. Prevention of food adulteration at a manufacturing level. So you can see here all the areas which are directly or indirectly involved with food, all the other industry comes under these policies. Okay. Surveillance of nutritional deficiency, seeing that which state has the most common deficiency and which state is doing better in terms of nutrition. Okay, so that keeping that record of data, taking actions based on that data, keeping always researching into various aspects of nutrition, because there is a lot of myths about certain food coming up. Okay, some food overnight, so some kind of food will become a superfood, like A2 ghee. Okay, flax seeds, chia seeds, some pumpkin seeds, something like that. Okay, overnight this food will become viral. Some reels may go viral, and this food will become a superfood. Okay, so myth busting is also required, which happens through thorough research. Okay, an equal remuneration for men and women. So the salary gap between men and women has to be fixed. There should not be a huge salary gap, payment gap between men and women. Equal pay is is a progressive idea. It has to be supported. Okay, and better communication strategies through media, radio, okay, internet. Nowadays, it's everything is internet, phone based. Okay, so giving the right type of information, not pushing the bad influences, not pushing the unresearched topics. Well researched, evidence based topics has to be pushed into the communication system. Okay, minimum wages, which helps with the purchasing capacity, purchasing power of the underprivileged, and community participation as well. How community participation? It starts with school. Okay, a midday meal program itself is an ideal area of community participation, where the school or the nearby farmers, okay, the school garden is involved in creating some food. Okay, of farming their own food. Children are involved in taking care of the fruits and vegetables. Okay, they are happy to pluck those and make a midday meal out of it. So the entire community is participating there. Farmers are involved, teachers are involved. Okay, children are involved. Children who come from various uh, sectors of the community, they all are involved. So midday meal program is a good example of community participation. Okay, so these are the long-term actions. So under National Nutritional Policy 1993, they had few targets that they wanted to achieve. Okay, so the first one is malnutrition-free India. So this was a goal at the time of this NNP 1993. In the next decade, that is by 2003, they wanted to aim at a malnutrition free India, which didn't which was not that successful. Malnutrition has reduced, but it was not that successful. Then you have the National Nutritional Mission that was constituted much later, okay, by the Prime Minister. So here again, the opportunity was given to bring together all the stakeholders, not only from agriculture, but all the other areas, of the multi-sectoral approach was applied here. Stakeholders from all the multiple facets of the Indian industries should come together with the goal of malnutrition-free India. Then you have good nutrition. On a material basis, making sure that children who are born underweight or who are born with impaired immune system, they get good nutrition because they already have a higher risk of developing diabetes, heart diseases later on in life. Okay, so screening all these children, keeping a track of their health progress progression as well. And malnourished children, they usually tend to have a lower IQ level as compared to their peers. Their cognitive ability is also affected, school performance, productivity as well. This is kind of a vicious cycle that has to be stopped. Okay. So it is realized that the nutritional health in all age group, it represents a economic cost, national economic cost. So the more number of malnourishment happens, the more it will affect the economy of the country. Okay, because a child who was malnourished, the problem doesn't just cease to exist there. Okay, malnourishment and its side effects will follow the child as the child is alive, and it will put an economic toll on the nation as well. Okay, because this is one concept in which all the age groups are involved directly or indirectly. So it has an economic toll as well. Then primary healthcare delivery systems. How does the government ensure that health care in different formats is being delivered to the population? Okay, so there are three main routes for it. One is your primary health care. Okay, so this is the first level through which people can contact the national health system. It's usually government based policies, health schemes, policies, medicines, medical facilities. Okay, so how the people will try to reach the first point of contact, that comes under primary health care, and this is essential healthcare. At this level, most of the healthcare problems are dealt with some prescription. Okay, and it is available to all, accessible to all. Primary healthcare is made in such a way that it does not involve a lot of budget in making. Okay, it is a low budget healthcare system, but which is accessible to all, and it can tackle more majority of the health issues. There is a network of primary health centers, sub centers, public health staffs, community volunteers like ASHA workers, okay, dais who conduct delivery, midwives and all. Okay, that these are traditional midwives, we call them as dais. Okay, they are called in rural areas. Whenever a woman gets pregnant and she's going into labor, dai is called. Okay, trained dais and all, so they all come under primary healthcare system, and it works at a grassroots level. Primary healthcare. Secondary healthcare. Usually, in primary healthcare, maternal and child health services like family planning, educating the mothers, children, okay, and about health conditions, how to prevent them. Medicines that are essential, immunization of all major diseases are given. Okay, universal immunization is given through primary healthcare. Controlling the communicable diseases, common injuries, burns, first aid, controlling endemic diseases, giving some nutritional supplements for lactating mothers, expectant mothers, iron tablet supplementation, folic acid supplementation. Okay. Other nutritional supplements for children, infants, ORS supplementation. Okay, these are given through PHCs. Environmental sanitation, and also making sure that the area that the PHC covers, the population gets safe drinking water. Okay, so these are the main goals of the primary healthcare centers. And then secondary healthcare. So secondary healthcare is an intermediate level. It's kind of a first level referral system. If something is serious that has been diagnosed at primary healthcare, they are referred to secondary healthcare. Okay, so it is also called as intermediate healthcare system. All the district hospitals and community health centers, they come under secondary healthcare. Okay, these are government run hospitals and community health centers. And they are the first referral units. They are much better at infrastructure and also skills, and the skilled staffs, experienced staffs, better infrastructure, more facilities. Okay, uh, and also to admit people. Okay, inpatient facilities also given at secondary healthcare service. Then you have the tertiary healthcare. So this is the final referral system. They here specialized healthcare is given. Okay. So something that cannot be treated at secondary healthcare, they are referred to tertiary healthcare. All medical colleges, national institutes like AIMS and all, regional centers, regional advanced patient, care centers of TB or for pediatrics, they all come under tertiary care. These are apex institutions, top of their work. They are well equipped with critical care facilities, ICU facilities, and expertise. And usually you will find them in the cities and all, cities and urban areas, tertiary healthcare, most of them. Am I audible to all? Is my voice clear? Am I audible? Is my screen visible? Am I audible? So the current nutritional scenario in India, along with some programs, right now, what kind of challenge does we face? We still have high levels of malnutrition, especially among women and children. Okay, there is undernutrition as well. Undernutrition is different from malnutrition. Malnutrition is severe. Undernutrition is people are just undernourished. Okay, their BMI maybe they may have normal BMI, but still they may have some micronutrient deficiencies. Okay, micronutrient malnourishment. These are hidden hunger. It's called hidden hunger as well. Emerging diet-related diseases like diabetes, non-communicable diseases, diabetes, cholesterol issues, cardiovascular issues. Okay, these are emerging conditions. Then high mortality rates. Okay, infant mortality rate, under 5 mortality rate, maternal mortality rate. And some people in rural India, the rural most parts of India, they still don't have proper access to healthcare, not even primary healthcare centers. So these are the challenges we need to tackle. So direct interventions, Ministry of Women and Child Development. So under them, we have the ICDS program, Integrated Child Development Service and Schemes. Then we have the nutritional program for adolescent girls, Okay, this is targeted for teenage girls. Then we have nutrition advocacy and awareness generation programs of food and nutritional board. This is more a structural kind of a program. Follow-up action required on NNP. NNP, which was not functioning well, now it is National Nutrition Mission NNM. So whatever policies NNP had, to see how they are doing, how they're existing, making a follow-up on that. The National Institute of Public Cooperation for Child Development. Okay, so these are the direct nutritional interventions under the Ministry and Child Development. Okay. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So under them, we have the iron and folic acid supplementation for pregnant women, vitamin A supplementation for children between 9 to 36 months of age group, okay, until the age of 4 and all. Vitamin A syrup has to be given. The National Iodine Deficiency Disorder Control Program to control goiter, that for salt fortification and all comes under this. Earlier it was National Goiter Control Program, but now they have changed the name. It is National Iodine Deficiency Disorders Control Program. So under the Department of Elementary Education and Literacy, you have the midday meal program. Okay, it started in Tamil Nadu, but now all over India it has been adopted. So midday meal program comes under Department of Elementary Education and Literacy, and also Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and Adult Literacy Program is also included in this. Department of Agriculture and Cooperation. So under them, some indirect interventions has been taken, increased food production, horticulture intervention, so that India can produce more. We are now the most populated country of the world. Okay, so we need to produce enough amount of food as well. So production on the agriculture is also under vigilant. Okay, horticulture interventions. Okay, what can you using genetically modified agricultural products, okay, which can fulfill the nutritional requirements of this growing population. Okay. Under food and public distribution, now production is not an issue. Production is never an issue. India can produce enough for its own people. Okay, but distribution is the area where there is imbalance. Okay, we are producing enough food, but we are not distributing it in an equal manner. Okay. So distribution of food, targeted food distribution system, the ration shops and all. Okay. Antodaya Anna Yojana comes under this. Annapurna scheme also comes under this. Okay. So ration shops, streamlining and all comes under food and public distribution. Rural and urban development, you have food for work program. Usually daily wage laborers go for this. Poverty alleviation programs, safe drinking water and sanitation. So this come under municipalities. Okay, in urban area it comes under the municipality. National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, to make sure you can eradicate the unemployment and also to reduce the unemployment rate. Ministry of Health, we have the National Rural Health Mission under the Niti Aayog. Then integrated management of neonatal and childhood illnesses targeted for neonates and children, mostly under 5. Various public health measures also come under the Ministry of Health. Then the Ministry of Women and Child Development, many programs have been targeted for the welfare of women and child. ICDS is also one part of it. Vitamin A prophylaxis, iron folic acid supplementation, iodized salt, program for adolescent girls, baby-friendly hospital initiatives. So there are a lot of programs under Ministry of Women and Child Development. So in next class, we will read further about specifically child welfare programs. This is an overall nutritional programs that India has right now. For stopping malnutrition.